peeps all around the world watching my video. Today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 best unique melee weapons in Minecraft Dungeons, and I'm going to be showcasing this in Pumpkin Pastures. So let's get straight into the video. At number 5 it is the Growing Staff. Yes, the Growing Staff is number 5 because, let me just show you. It does a lot of damage off the bat, but its built-in enchantment, you could say, its unique effect is that it does more damage to wounded enemies. So you can see every time I hit an enemy, the damage goes up. So yeah, and there's just a lot of damage going on this. And hold up, just let me clear all these guys. Cause yeah, oh, perfect. So basically, on the Growing Staff, it increases damage to wounded mobs, and it says it has a stylish combo, which basically means like you've been seeing the combo, cause yep, that's it. And yeah, it's just really good because ever since this came out in the Jungle Awakens DLC, people have been talking about this as a really good weapon. And now using it, I can see why. And this is literally with nothing, because I tested all these out with no enchantments. Look what it can do look what it can do with the mushroom, with the Deathcap mushroom. Look how fast this attack speed is. Like this thing, like by itself is really good. And then if you add like a Deathcap mushroom or even like critical hit to do even more damage, like sharpness. So yeah, because I tried these without any enchantments, and yeah, I can just tell you that this is really good. Just look at this. Now, if you are going to use this weapon, there is one thing I really suggest you do not use. Like, well, not one thing, but like stuff like shockwave and swirling, I would recommend do not use, because you'll only get it every like 5th shot. Every where it slams the ground is when it'll do that, and that'll be a really long time. But yes, that is number 5, the Growing Staff. Number 4 is the Fighter's Binding. Now you're probably like, what? The Fighter's Binding are this low? Now, whilst I agree, if you can get the good enchantments, they are almost without a doubt the best weapon in the game. But remember, I'm making all these without enchantments. And I mean, but yes, the Fighter's Binding are really good. And the people, if you watch this, you're probably going to be like, oh, that's underrated. But I don't care. My list, not yours. I'm the YouTuber, not you. Anyway, so yeah. And just like, whilst the thing with the Fighter's Binding, well, they don't do a lot of damage per se, but they move really fast. They don't have a lot of built-in damage, but they move really fast. And look how fast we can do it with a Deathcap mushroom. So yeah, they just move really fast. And yeah, since they don't have much damage, the speed makes them do so much damage. And the one other problem is they're single targeted mobs. So like I could only hit one mob at a time. So like if you're in a big group of like enchanted stuff, and there's like a lot of stuff like there is, and you're under leveled, maybe don't go with the Fighter's Binding if you're not going to put like swirling on it. Because they're only one target, as you can see. I can only hit one thing at a time. But yeah, as I said, if you can get the good enchantments on this, then yeah, you are good to go, because the Fighter's Binding are really good, because yeah, their built-in unique effect are boost attack speed. So this isn't rampaging where once you kill stuff it has a chance to boost attack speed. This is 100% of the time constant attack speed. And yes, so that is, yeah. And it also has turbo punches, which just makes it even more faster. But yeah, that is number 4, the Fighter's Binding. Oh, by the way, you can get the Growing Staff from Lower Temple, and the Fighter's Binding you can find at Soggy Cave, Cacti Canyon, and Dingy Jungle. But yeah, now on to the next weapon. Once I get to a safe spot. Now, number 3 is the Venom Glaive. Now, if people thought that I was crazy by putting the fighter's bindings that low, they're going to think I'm double crazy for putting the Venom Glaive at the 3rd best melee weapon in the game. But hear me out. Like, let's just... Because now the Venom Glaive can do a decent amount of damage. Like, what I really like about the Venom Glaive is it does a decent amount of damage. Like, it's not like something like, and this is with the strength potion, but by itself does a decent amount of damage. Nothing like the Stormlander per se, but a fair bit amount. And my favourite part is it's got a really long range, like really. Like, by the time, because you can hit stuff and and by the time that stuff gets near you, like those mobs won't be able to kill you because of how far away you are. Because yeah, you just get really far away with this. Like, look how far I can hit this guy. He wasn't able to get a hit on me. And also it has really good area effect. Not only because of how far it can reach, but also look at this. Every third shot, oh gosh, okay. Every third shot it does a sweeping attack which kills all the mobs. And with a Deathcap Mushroom this can be great, because whilst it has decent attack speed, it's always it's always more awesome to have better attack speed. So yeah. So with a Deathcap Mushroom this thing can be great. And whilst it doesn't have the best built-in enchantment, it's better than the Grave Bane, because Poison Cloud affects every mob. The smiting on the Grave Bane only affects undead mobs. But yeah, so that is number 3, the Grave Bane, which you can pick up from Desert Temple, and I'm pretty sure, well, there's more places, but I am not bothered to remember them. Alright, number 2 is the Cursed Axe. And now, from me revealing what number 2 is, you can almost certainly guess what number 1 is, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We're going to talk about this Cursed Axe. Now, all the double axes are really good, whether you're using the regular version, the unique Cursed Axe, the Whirlwind. All the double axes are good, but the Cursed Axe is really good, because when you kill something, it explodes. Like, now for stuff like that, that's not really that useful, but when it's a big group of mobs and they're all surrounding you, you kill one of them, it does damage to all of them and spreads them out. So like, look, I kill one, boom, they all take damage. And yeah, and also it basically has built-in swirling. There's basically built-in swirling on this thing. And look what you can do with the Deathcap. You can just demolish this. I'm not gonna do, okay. And yeah, so whilst the exploding isn't exactly the best enchantment, when it works, it works. Because yeah, because as I said, if you get a big group of mobs and all you need to do is kill one of them, then they all take damage. And yes, so it does exploding when you kill a mob, but B, it also has built-in swirling. So whilst it only has one unique effect, it feels like it has 2. And the good thing is it's only a 2. Actually, it's better than swirling, because every hit you get swirling. So yeah, and yeah, as I showed you earlier, this thing is insane with the Deathcap Mushroom, like every weapon. But yes, the Cursed Axe is very good, because you just kill one thing, boom. And also, this thing does a lot of damage. this isn't one of those things where like, okay, it has swirling, it has a better swirling, and it has exploding in it, so we're not going to give it a lot of damage. No, this thing does a lot of damage. So it does a lot of damage, it has like built-in swirling but better, and it explodes. What more could you want? Well, this is what you could want more. Number 1, you guessed it. If you guessed it, good job. If you didn't, I don't know you. Number 1 is the Whirlwind. This is definitely better than the Cursed Axe. Now the Cursed Axe is good because it's number 2, but the Whirlwind is better because the Whirlwind, whilst it's basically the same as the Cursed Axe, but instead of exploding it has Shockwave. Oh, I've never gotten a Jailer Scythe from here before. So basically every hit you emit a Shockwave that goes through enemies and kills other mobs. So yeah, so basically in a way you have a melee weapon that also does range damage, because if you want you can just stand back and swing this thing into mid-air, and every second shot you'll fire a Shockwave. It's not the best range weapon because it's meant to be a melee weapon, but it still does the trick. And as usual, we've got to show you how good it is with the Death Cap. But yes, this thing is really good. And although one thing I gotta say, I spent forever trying to find this. I spent literally hours of my life I'm never gonna get back into finding the items for this video. I spent hours trying to find items that didn't even make it into the video. So if you could like and subscribe, that would really help me out and make me feel better for wasting all those hours of my life. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you disagree with my opinions, which I'm sure you will, because I have different opinions, then leave a comment below what your top 5 list is, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you weren't disappointed with my choice of Whirlwind number 1. But yes, that is all for the video. And one more thing, you can find both the Whirlwind and the Cursed Axe from Soggy Swamp, Dingy Jungle, Soggy Cave, and like I think one other. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video.